This is Mike Got Health with some information about my Rosh Hashanah Susam, which is a sesame nut Sephardic dish that is a real nut brittle treat for Rosh Hashanah. I've been making it for years. People seem to love it, but they have difficulty trying to make it at home. So I'm making, with the help of my wife Barbara, a little video to demonstrate, because the hard part about this is getting the temperature of the caramel right. So let me start with the ingredients. You need, of course, I use pistachio nuts. So 2 cups of roasted pistachio nuts. These are raw pistachio nuts that are roasted. They're unsalted. Then 1 cup of sugar. This is regular granulated sugar. And 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. These are not roasted or anything, just raw sesame seeds. And then I add in a pinch of salt. So I'll show you how we do it. The temperature is the whole thing. I use 2 nonstick fry pans to keep it going. So this is 1 fry pan, and that's the temperature, that's the heat that I have it on. It's like a little below medium, and you have to be very patient. You dump the sugar in, and I'm not going to take your time while we wait for this sugar to start to melt, but it could be over 5 minutes, maybe between 5 and 10 minutes till it starts to melt. Here again, I'm making the pistachio brittle, and a lot of people have asked me for the recipe, and we figured out that it's really pretty hard for people to figure out how to do it. And the big thing is the temperature, and the temperature of the pan that we're using. It's a non-stick pan with sugar, 2 cups being melted now, and the temperature of the pan is you set it a little below medium, and you have to watch it. And 1 cup of sugar? 1 cup of sugar. Wrong. So it's 1 cup of sugar actually, and 2 cups of nuts. That's what I had wrong. So anyway, the whole trick is getting the temperature right, and bring the camera in. This is what it should look like as you cook it. Bring it in close so they can see the consistency. And it takes about, I'm going to say 10 minutes till the sugar melts. It's just sugar and heat that does this, and we're caramelizing the sugar. And when it gets exactly right, that's when you put the nuts in. And that's the whole trick to this whole thing. Making the sugar the right temperature. And if the sugar isn't the right temperature, nothing works. I'm smelling something burning. Oh, I know it is. It's a nut. Okay, so that's about right. That's what it should look like. If you see any lumps in it or pieces of sugar, that's no good. You have to work quickly. As soon as you get this consistency, you put the 2 cups of nuts in. Then you put, how much sesame seeds do we use?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. And then you put in, I use a pinch of salt. You don't have to use the salt, but I think it accentuates the flavor. And then you have to work very quickly, and you tilt the pan so that you don't get, hot nut mixture all over the place. And you just keep moving it around in the pan very, very quickly. You've got only, say, a minute or so to work to get this done. And you want it to have, all the nuts have to be shiny. They have to be coated completely. So I try and flip it over on itself a couple times if I can. So see, now they're starting to get all shiny. And I try to group it together because it rolls out better. Get all of the nuts, so I don't want to lose any.
Where are you going to put it?
Okay, I'm going to put it on this red thing. All right. We've got a piece of red silicone stuff that's that's heat proof. But any kind of a mat that's heat proof would work. And then you just dump it on here. And here you have to work quickly. The pan goes in the sink, so you can keep going on the production line. And then you roll it out very, very quickly. So you see why you have to work quickly. It's already starting to harden. And if it's not the right temperature, it won't be rolling out like this. If it's not rolling out like this, you didn't have the caramel at the right temperature. When it's at the right temperature, you can roll it out so it's a tiny bit lacy. If it rolls out and it's all kind of stuck together and you don't get those spaces between some of the nuts, then it probably wasn't hot enough. You see how it's kind of stretching as I roll? That's because the temperature is exactly right. And if the temperature is too high, then you're going to be burning it. So the whole trick to this whole process is getting the temperature right. That's it. It's all done. Take it over to the cooling place. And it's going to stay over here and cool. And then when it's cool, it's going to be broken up into brittle. That's it. All done.